Can you beat hardcore Minecraft with one inventory slot? There are many things that could go wrong in this challenge. Whether you want to shoot the crystal in the end, but you can't carry a bow and an arrow at the same time. Or you're mining iron and you can't pick up any of the ores. Throughout this entire run, I'm going to be going over all the problems that could possibly occur, the solutions to these problems, or if there even is a solution at all. Is it possible? Let's find out. Because this challenge is done in hardcore mode, you don't have cheats enabled. So if you want to set up the challenge yourself, you have to enable cheats and give yourself 35 minecarts. If you do that, it'll leave your one slot available. But that's how you set up the challenge. But like any other Minecraft world, you start off by chopping a tree, and you need to gather enough wood for tools. But this is where our first problem occurs. How do you make tools while not being able to carry the materials? But this is probably the easiest part of the run. All you gotta do is place a crafting table and just throw all the ingredients you need on the ground next to the crafting table and just build the pickaxe, build the axe, whatever you need to create while you're picking up the items. And that's not too bad. All you're gonna need is one wood pickaxe, which is gonna be used to mine stone, which is gonna be used to make a stone pickaxe, and that's gonna be used to make iron, which is our next goal. So after searching for a bit, you finally find a cave. You mine your stone, but you can't pick up the stone while you're mining it. So this is gonna be something you're gonna have to do a lot in the run. We're gonna have to throw away the pickaxe, completely get rid of it, pick up the stone, and leave the cave. You're gonna have to choose what item you wanna keep, what item you wanna get rid of. But once you leave the cave with the stone, we wanna make a temporary chest, which is something we're gonna be doing throughout this run a lot as well. Whenever you're in the area for a while, it's good to make a temporary chest just while you're in the area. But yeah, once you place a chest in the front of the cave, put your stone in there, make a stone pickaxe, and go down to mine some iron. Now this part can be tricky, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. One, if your cave reaches a dead end, you gotta find a new cave. Two, how do you pick up the iron if you're mining it? Well, like I said before, you gotta get rid of the pickaxe. So throw the pickaxe on the ground, bring the iron back. It's good to gather at least enough for armor, a bucket, and a bit of extra spare just in case you need to build some more tools. Because once we leave this area, we're gonna be leaving with the iron. But this is where our final problem occurs. What if you're leaving the cave and you encounter a mob? Well, depending on the mob, it can either be really easy or it can be really difficult. If it's a zombie or a spider, easy solution, you just hit them. And then there's the creeper. The creeper is probably the easiest out of all of them. You just gotta hit it back, stand away a few blocks, and just let it blow up. And then there's the skeleton. I hate these things. If we want to defeat the skeleton, what we gotta do is break some dirt, make a little trap, and hit the skeleton's feet. And then finally, there's the witch. Yeah, if you get the witch, good luck. I don't have any advice for you on this one. But we leave the cave with all of our iron. We get it smelting. But then, here's our next problem. The sun begins to set. Now, what do? Do you wait underground? Do you try to kill sheep to get a bed? Well, I typically like to go underground. Of course, if you stay in the same spot, it's unlikely that a mob's gonna show up and attack you. But if you're still mining iron, you should wait underground because you'll go to get some iron ore, come back, and the entire area around your furnace and temporary chest is gonna be covered in mobs. Do all my smelting, do my armor crafting, do all of that underground. The sun finally sets, your iron is done, your armor is made, you have a bunch of spare iron as well, you're ready to leave. But our next goal is pretty much to look for a lava pool, so I guess just look for one. There's not really much advice here. I guess there's a big problem in this challenge where you can't carry food with you, so losing hunger is the worst thing that can happen. So if you're ever on your way looking for something, drop the iron, kill the animal, eat the food, pick up the iron, and continue. And it's pretty easy in the overworld, but it's a lot trickier in the nether because there aren't available food sources everywhere in the nether. But a good way of not losing hunger is just walking. Walking is a powerful tool you have. You can easily walk thousands of blocks without running or jumping, and you will not lose a single hunger because walking actually doesn't let you lose any hunger. When we get to the lava pool, we have to make a temporary chest, collect some resources, make a bucket, and make the portal. Once you make the portal, that'll bring us to our next section, the nether. The nether is a scary place, but in order to minimize the risk, it's good to get gold boots. You want gold boots because it'll stop the piglins from attacking you out of nowhere. But how do you do that? The same way as you get iron ore. You mine the nuggets, collect the nuggets, go back, get the pickaxe, mine more, and keep that process up, and then you make boots. But what if you spawn in a bad biome? And that comes to our next problem. If you spawn in a crimson or a wasteland, these are great options. You can find the gold pretty easily. The Nether Waste is a lot better than the Crimson Forest because there are a lot less mobs. But if you get the Basalt Delta, I don't think you can easily find gold nuggets in there, so you just have to either bring some blocks, bridge away, or get a pickaxe and just kind of like mine your way through as you place some blocks as well. And then there's the Warp Forest, my favorite option for a portal spawn location. There aren't any hostile mobs. You can also farm ender pearls here later. And then finally there's the Soul Sand Valley. Like the Witch, I don't know how to counter this very well. It's just terrible. Even if you make a tunnel leading away from the biome, skeletons can still spawn in that tunnel. But once you get the gold boots, the next goal will be to scout for a fortress. So we should get an iron pickaxe and just explore the Nether. And then once you locate the fortress, find a trail, a really easy to walk trail from the fortress to the portal, so you can easily go back and forth if you need to. And we don't only want to build a trail to the fortress, we also want to build a trail to the blaze spawner itself. And yeah, go to the blaze spawner, create a blaze trap, get your blaze rods, and you got them. You can even make a temporary chest to blaze spawner and bring a bunch of wood and just craft your wood tools or wood weapons as you're there. All you need now are ender pearls, and there are 3 methods of getting ender pearls. Number 1, like I said earlier, the warped forest. If you're near a good warped forest that isn't like tiny, that is amazing. It's like one of the safest options, because if you get an enderman just to go inside of a boat, you can crit it out and it won't be able to hit you, assuming you're not touching it. You can even suffocate the enderman in a wall inside of a boat, which is a strategy I like to use all the time. Then the next is bartering. If you did end up creating a trail to the bastion to get gold, you'll want to create a trail to the gold blocks where you're going to be doing the trading, and then just leave with the pearls. You'll also want to go through the entire bastion with a lava bucket and kill all the brutes that could get in the way. Just don't get yourself trapped in there by accident. But the final method is trading. This is probably the safest and slowest method there is. You could just like leave with the blaze rods, find a village, chop a ton of wood, and just trade a bunch of sticks for emeralds and a bunch of emeralds for ender pearls at a village. And this leads us to our third phase of the run, the stronghold. So you'll want to get the blaze rods, ender pearls, craft the eyes of ender, ditch everything else, and look for the stronghold. I know there are other ways you can transport items, but they're just too slow. You can put chests on a llama, get a lead, and you can actually guide them, but it's very slow. I feel like it ends up taking longer to get the actual llamas and everything set up than it would just to get everything again later. There's also the bundles. What the bundles are is a feature in the game where it's a bag that can hold up to 64 items, and it doesn't have to all be the same item. You can save a bunch of different items. See, this would be an amazing item if you could obtain it in survival. This item's only obtainable through commands. I don't know why. I assume this is going to be a feature in the actual game. Maybe it's going to be later. And then finally, you can throw all your items. Just throw it all, pick it up, throw it all, pick it up. That's too risky. You can do it if you want, but if you encounter a huge mountain, an ocean, if it becomes nighttime and you get overrun by mobs, or even worse, if a creeper blows it up. For me personally, that method's a bit too risky. I only really do that in short distances. But once we finally locate the stronghold, we're going to want to create another temporary chest. We're creating a lot of these. So you want to mine a staircase all the way down to the stronghold. Locate your way to the portal, build a path to it, make another temporary chest by the portal, and open up the portal with the eyes. And then I start gathering materials. We're going to need a few things for the end fight. We're going to need spare wood, spare iron, 2 water buckets, a bunch of blocks, and food. I don't think I have to explain how to get all this stuff. We've pretty much been doing it the entire run. But yeah, once we get all that, we're going to want to make a minecart chest and rails. Create a trail leading up to the portal with minecarts on it. Put the minecart chest on it, store all of your items in there, and push it in. So basically, you made a temporary chest on wheels, pushed it in the portal, and now all your items have gone through the end. And that leads us to our final phase of the run, the end fight. Once you enter the end, you can have 2 situations. One, you're underground. That is the best option because you'll be safe from the Ender Dragon's fire breath. First goal, connect to the end island. Second goal will take a while. This is gonna be a majority of it. Get a water bucket, place it on the ground. Get a second water bucket, make an infinite water source, and just flood the island, flood the pillars, just flood everything. So no matter where you get knocked into the air, you will have somewhere to land. Yeah, once we have everything flooded, the next step is break the crystals, which shouldn't be too bad. You just want to stack of blocks, go up the water you've already created. Break the crystals, put blocks in front of you if you have to. on your way down the pillar, make sure you cut off the water source block, because as you see in the video right now, the dragon kept on circling around the pillar because it's obsessed with the water. But yeah, once all the pillars are defeated, this step is the easiest. It's as simple as get your axe, go under the dragon as it's perching, and hit it. That's it. That's all you really have to do. But yeah, after all of this, after you chip away all of her health, the dragon is defeated. Is this challenge possible? No, it's impossible. No, I'm kidding. It's possible. It's possible. I probably won't do the 1 inventory challenge. I've done a 2 inventory challenge before with my hand and offhand, and that was brutal. I've died so many times. I'm probably never gonna do this challenge. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh crap, I got hit. This might be the run under. If this keeps up, no, I can't even run away. Oh, okay, another one leaked out. Oh, he whacked me. What? Put that there. 4.